11 hidden signs they're thinking about you right now. Old Stoic wisdom. Psychology teaches us that when someone is truly emotionally connected to you, their thoughts resonate with energy. Even if they don't speak a word or send a message, you can feel their presence within you. It's a deep, unspoken connection that transcends distance or silence. Somewhere deep within, they're thinking of you. The universe subtly hints at it, sending quiet signals straight to your heart. In today's exploration, we'll uncover 13 profound psychological signs that someone's thoughts are centered on you, not out of obligation, but from the depths of their soul, with true sincerity. Number 1. When you think about someone, their emotions can travel to you in ways you might not even recognize. The Old Stoic wisdom speaks to the power of connection between minds and hearts. It suggests that the emotions we feel are not always our own. They can be influenced by those we are emotionally connected to. You've probably experienced it yourself, a sudden wave of sadness, joy, or anxiety, seemingly for no reason at all. This isn't a mere coincidence. This is a deeper, unseen force at work, something the Stoics knew well. It's a psychological phenomenon known as affective empathy, where intense emotions, whether love, longing, guilt, or even missing someone, are transmitted from one heart to another. In simple terms, it's emotional telepathy, the recognition that someone's thoughts can resonate with you, influencing how you feel. Consider this. When someone's thoughts are strong and heartfelt, they create an energy, a psychological resonance that travels to you, reaching you even without them saying a word. It's as if your subconscious is tuned into their emotional frequency. The Old Stoics understood that the mind is a powerful force, that it can shape not only your own life, but also those around you. The concept of iron mind is crucial here. A strong, disciplined mind doesn't just resist external forces, it also attracts and responds to them. This principle reflects a deep truth in life. Your mental state is connected to others. It's not a mystical idea, but a very real psychological reality. The Stoic principles teach us that we must be attuned to this connection and control the flow of our emotions. They understood that emotions don't happen in a vacuum. The emotions we feel are influenced by our relationships, by those we are bound to in both subtle and obvious ways. And in this way, the Stoic knows how to manage and channel these feelings. The next time you feel a shift in your mood, don't just assume it's coming from within. Take a moment to ask yourself, could this be the emotion of someone close to me? The ability to discern where your emotions are coming from and whether they are truly your own or someone else's is a key part of developing a strong, iron mind. Furthermore, the Stoics believed that by understanding and accepting the impermanence of emotions, we gain power over them. You must never be a slave to fleeting feelings. Feelings may come and go, but you must remain steadfast, grounded in your own sense of purpose. This is the essence of Stoicism, to maintain your inner peace despite external forces. The great philosopher Marcus Aurelius wrote, "The happiness of your life depends upon the quality of your thoughts." This wisdom reinforces the idea that you can control how you respond to emotions, both your own and those that resonate from others. By learning to recognize the subtle emotional shifts between you and those you're emotionally connected to, you can cultivate a mindset that is not only reactive but proactive. This understanding allows you to navigate relationships with greater clarity and control, applying the strength of your iron mind to maintain composure in the face of emotional turbulence. The Stoic mindset empowers you to stay grounded in the present, even when you feel the emotional pull of others. It's about mastering the art of emotional distance, understanding that while emotions are contagious, you don't have to be swept away by them. Take a moment to reflect on your own life. Have you ever experienced a sudden change in mood without any clear cause? Perhaps it was a sign that someone close to you was thinking about you, or their emotions were resonating with yours. Recognizing this connection allows you to become more aware of the world around you, and more importantly, aware of the power your mind has in shaping your reality. Remember, mastering your emotions doesn't mean suppressing them. It means understanding where they come from and using that knowledge to navigate life with strength and wisdom. Don't ignore the emotional signals around you. Tune in to the subtle currents of emotion, recognize when others' feelings are affecting you, and understand that the energy you send out also reaches others. Harness the power of effective empathy. Develop your iron mind and apply the Old Stoic principles to master your emotional landscape. Embrace your emotional intelligence and share your thoughts in the comments. Have you ever felt this deep, unseen connection with someone? Let us know your experience. Number 2. There are moments in life when you'll fully engage in what you're doing, whether it's work, a hobby, or some daily task, and then, out of nowhere, their name suddenly pops into your mind. It's as if someone just whispered it to you, without you ever intending to think about them. You weren't even consciously focused on them, so why is it happening? This is not just coincidence, it's a powerful and subtle psychological phenomenon. Your brain is constantly processing information, both consciously and subconsciously, and sometimes certain triggers cause memories to resurface. But it's not only the brain that's at play here. According to ancient wisdom and practical stoicism, everything in the universe is interconnected, and what we experience physically and mentally is often a reflection of deeper emotional or spiritual connections. In a more metaphysical sense, this could be your mind and soul picking up on the vibrations of someone's thoughts. Think about it. The human heart isn't just a pump. It generates an electromagnetic field. This field is said to radiate out, and when someone thinks about you, especially with strong emotion or love, their energy, their vibrations, might reach yours. This connection happens on a subtle level, one that's not always easy to explain with science alone, but when their name appears in your mind, seemingly without reason, it may very well be their energy reaching you or your energy reaching them. This is where the Stoic rules come into play, reminding you that not everything needs to be explained or understood immediately. Instead, you should focus on what is in your control, your response. The next time their name flashes in your thoughts, don't brush it off as coincidence. Embrace the moment. Ask yourself why you're feeling this sudden connection. Is it a call to reach out to them, or simply a sign that they too may be thinking about you? In the context of practical stoicism, this is a moment of mindfulness, a chance to connect with your own emotions, to observe without judgment, and to remain steady in the face of uncertainty. Instead of letting these moments pass unnoticed, take control of them. Use them as opportunities for introspection, understanding, and possibly taking action. Don't dismiss these subtle signs as random events. They may be guiding you towards something significant in your relationship with this person. And remember, this connection is not just about emotional or spiritual energy. In the world of Stoicism, we are constantly reminded that there are forces outside of our control, but that our actions, our responses, and our awareness are always in our hands. Stay grounded, stay mindful, and let these mysterious moments serve as reminders of the intricate web that connects us all. If this resonates with you, drop a comment right now. I am open to the hidden signs around me. The universe speaks in whispers, but your awareness is your power. Number 3. In the hustle and bustle of life, we often overlook the subtle signs that reveal much about the unseen currents of human connection. The ancient paths of wisdom, especially those laid down by the Stoics like Epictetus, remind us that the mind is not just a passive observer, but an active participant in the world around us. So, what if I told you that there are 13 signs that someone is thinking about you right now? Let's dive into one that stands out, one that many ignore. Dreams. If you've ever woken up with an intense emotional charge, like sadness, love, or comfort, and realized that the source of these emotions was a specific person, don't ignore it. This isn't just random. Dreams are far more than fragmented images of our daily lives. They're the brain's powerful tool for decoding emotional energy. When someone is deeply fixated on you, their emotional energy often spills into your dreams. This is what the psychologists call the emotional residue effect, a phenomenon where your subconscious mind picks up on the emotional energy of others, sometimes with such clarity that it feels like their presence is right there with you. The deeper truth? If you wake up with your emotions tied to this person, whether it's a sense of longing, sadness, or warmth, it means something powerful has occurred. Your souls may have connected, even if only briefly. In the ancient wisdom of Stoicism, Epictetus teaches that our hearts are often tied not by physical proximity, but by the invisible threads of emotion and thought. What you experience in your dreams, particularly when you feel an overwhelming emotional pull towards someone, could be the universe's way of telling you that their heart is linked to yours, even from afar. Don't ignore this. There is power in what you're feeling. The emotional ties we form, whether strong or fleeting, are not random. They are a manifestation of an invisible bond. This is where modern life meets ancient philosophy. In a world bombarded by distractions, it's easy to dismiss these feelings as mere chance. But deep down, you know better. You know that there is more to life than what appears on the surface. The paths of wisdom, from the teachings of Epictetus to the timeless principles of Stoicism, remind us that we must pay attention to what is truly important, our connections with others. And often, those connections aren't confined to the waking world. They bleed into the space where we dream. Now, you might be wondering, what should you do with this knowledge? You must start by acknowledging the significance of what you feel. Don't write off the emotional weight that these dreams bring. Embrace it. Reflect on it. Recognize that someone's energy is reaching out to you, and take that as a powerful sign that you are on their mind, just as they are on yours. Take control. Use this awareness to understand your relationships better. Don't just passively wait for life to unfold around you. You must act. If you are feeling this emotional pull, whether it's from love, longing, or sadness, acknowledge it and let it guide you toward deeper connections or clarity in your own life. You must understand that these signs are not mere coincidences. This is the world's way of showing you that there is more to life than meets the eye. The emotional residue you're picking up on could very well be the key to understanding deeper truths in your relationships. Here's what you need to do. Don't dismiss your dreams. Understand that when they repeat, they are more than just echoes of your mind. There is meaning in the repeated emotional patterns, and in those moments, you must be open to the possibility that someone else is thinking about you, possibly with the same intensity as you are thinking about them. The Stoic wisdom of Epictetus teaches us to see beyond the surface and to understand that everything happens for a reason. The emotional cords between us, invisible yet powerful, may be pulling you towards someone right now. Don't resist the call. Embrace it. Let the wisdom of the ancients guide you to a deeper understanding of the emotional connections in your life. It's time for you to step forward, grasp the opportunity, and move beyond passive thinking. You must acknowledge these signs and act accordingly. Let them serve as a reminder to stay connected, to understand the power of emotional energy, and to live your life with the understanding that the universe is always at work, pushing you toward the connections that matter most. Don't miss out. Pay attention to the signs and use them to strengthen your path forward. Number 4. As you navigate through life, have you ever experienced a sudden, unexpected wave of comfort during your lowest moments? The kind of calm that washes over you when you're heavy with emotion, like someone has wrapped their arms around your soul, lifting a weight you didn't even know you were carrying? Don't brush it off as coincidence or mere fantasy. This phenomenon has a deeper connection to the core of human existence and energy. The Stoics, with their iron mind and wisdom, understood that there is an invisible bond between us, one that is driven by intention, thought, and emotion. According to energetic psychology, the power of heartfelt thoughts is not just a romantic ideal. It's a tangible force that influences your inner state. When someone is thinking of you, praying for you, or sending you love from a place of sincerity, your energy reacts. This is not just a random fluctuation. It's your heart's response to their energy. The Stoic principles, which emphasize emotional resilience and self-awareness, also acknowledge that the thoughts of others can deeply affect us, but they don't weaken us. Instead, they remind us of our shared humanity and strength. Imagine someone who deeply misses you or is quietly wishing you well from afar. Without even saying a word, Their energy reaches out to you, and your inner being responds, sometimes in ways that words cannot explain. This isn't magic. It's the power of connection and empathy. As the Old Stoic wisdom teaches us, while we cannot always control the thoughts and actions of others, we can control how we react to them. You must realize that this subtle shift in your emotional state is a reminder that you're not alone in your struggles, that others are thinking of you, praying for you, and silently supporting you through their love. The next time you feel that unexpected comfort, don't dismiss it. Instead, embrace it as the reminder of the profound, unseen bonds that exist between people. The iron mind that the Stoics so often spoke of is not just about strength. It's about understanding that we are all connected on a deeper level, and sometimes the thoughts of others can guide us toward the peace we seek. Take a moment to reflect on this and consider how your own thoughts and intentions can help those around you. What can you do to send out the same comfort to someone else in their time of need? It's a cycle of empathy and connection that transcends time and space. Your heart speaks to others just as theirs speaks to you. Share your thoughts in the comments section. Has someone's energy ever reached out to you in a way that comforted you during tough times? Let's talk about how we can all apply these old Stoic principles in our everyday lives to strengthen those invisible bonds. If you've ever felt that unexpected wave of comfort during your hardest moments, that's no coincidence. It's a reminder of the invisible bond we share with others. The Stoics knew the power of these unseen connections, and now it's your turn to reflect. How can you send out that same comfort to someone else? Drop a comment right now. I am the energy that brings comfort. Like this video, subscribe for more unshakable wisdom, and remember, your thoughts have the power to guide someone else toward peace. Number 5. As an old Stoic would advise, you must not overlook the power of the body's signals when it comes to emotional connection. Often, without warning, you may experience random physical sensations, such as a sudden flutter in your chest, a warmth spreading across your heart, or even goosebumps seemingly without cause. These sensations, while subtle, carry a deeper significance, one that transcends the physical realm. Your body, in its infinite wisdom, can feel emotions before your mind even processes them. This is no mere coincidence. It is a profound sign that your body is reacting to something beyond the visible. In Stoic philosophy, we are reminded to cultivate an iron mind, but even the iron mind must acknowledge that emotions, though not always easily understood, leave traces in our being. This phenomenon, as outlined by somatic psychology, tells us that the body stores emotional memory. The body holds onto feelings, even when the mind may try to repress or ignore them. When someone is thinking of you, especially if there is unresolved affection, longing, or an unspoken connection between you, your body may sense it before you can rationalize it. The connection you have with that person might not be purely intellectual or verbal, but rather deeply emotional and subconscious. The energy you share, whether positive or negative, can cause these spontaneous sensations as your body picks up on the emotional waves that person is sending out. This is where the teachings of the Stoic principles hold relevance. The Stoics would remind us not to be ruled by emotions, but to understand and control them. Yet, they also taught us to be keenly aware of the signals around us, recognizing that the world communicates with us in ways we may not immediately comprehend. So, when you feel that flutter in your chest or that unexpected warmth, don't dismiss it as coincidence or weakness. Embrace the reality that your body is attuned to something greater, something beyond your immediate understanding. The ancient Stoics would say, the more you know yourself, the more you will be able to endure. Recognize these signs for what they are, messages of connection, messages that speak to the depths of your being. They are part of the silent wisdom the body holds, one that your mind may need time to understand, but can never fully ignore. Don't shy away from these sensations. Instead, explore what they might mean. Is there someone in your life who's holding on to unresolved feelings for you? Perhaps it's time to pay attention to what your body is telling you and consider what actions might be needed to resolve or acknowledge those connections. Let your iron mind guide you, but never forget that the body too is a part of your wisdom. Feel free to share your experiences and thoughts in the comments below. Do these sensations resonate with you, and have you experienced them in your own life? Number 6. Ever find yourself smiling for no apparent reason? It happens unexpectedly. You're sitting quietly, your mind wandering, and suddenly a warmth fills you, a sense of calm, and before you know it, a smile appears on your face. You might not even know why, but it feels good. This, my friend, is the power of emotional mirroring, a fascinating concept recognized by psychologists. Emotional mirroring happens when your brain and body unconsciously reflect the emotions of others, even from miles away. It's as if someone is sending you positive emotional energy, and you feel it without being aware of it. This might be the subtle way in which the thoughts and affection of someone who cares about you travel to your subconscious, awakening your sense of being loved. In the stillness of your day, your soul receives a message. Someone is thinking of you right now. Stoic rules would tell you to embrace such moments with gratitude, acknowledging that while we cannot control the emotions of others, we can certainly appreciate and learn from the quiet yet powerful connection between us. In modern life, it's easy to dismiss these small signs, but a Stoic approach would remind you to pause, reflect, and recognize the wisdom in these subtle cues. Acknowledge that you are not alone in this world, that love and affection often reach you in ways you can't always comprehend, but it's real. Don't dismiss these feelings, but instead allow them to reinforce your understanding that connection is all around you, whether you see it or not. Let these moments serve as reminders to cherish your relationships and the silent, invisible threads that tie us all together, reinforcing the importance of emotional bonds that transcend space and time. And if you find today's content very interesting, please give me a word of encouragement by commenting "very interesting" in the comments section. That is a huge motivation for us. Thank you. Number 7. In the intricate dance of human connection, there are moments when you begin to notice things, signals that can't be ignored, whispers from the universe itself. 6 repeated synchronicities involving them are no mere coincidence. Picture this. You think of them, and suddenly, their name appears on a billboard. A song, perhaps one you haven't heard in years, fills the air, and it feels as if it's been playing for you, for both of you. Psychology would label this the Bader-Meinhof phenomenon, when something catches your attention, and suddenly it seems to appear everywhere. But that explanation is surface level. In the realm of emotional psychology, it goes deeper, much deeper. You are not merely experiencing a quirk of perception. You are tapping into something greater, a shared emotional energy that resonates across time and space. When you notice such patterns, especially in times of heightened emotion, it's a sign that there is a deeper connection at play. Perhaps both of you are unknowingly sending signals through an unconscious realm, communicating on a spiritual frequency that aligns when it's meant to. This is where ancient wisdom, the paths of wisdom, comes into play, particularly the teachings of Stoicism. Epictetus, one of the greatest Stoics, would have recognized this as an instance where life mirrors our thoughts, our emotions, our intentions, and our perceptions. This is not some abstract notion. It's a fundamental truth about human connection and the laws of the universe. The idea that 2 minds or 2 souls can be attuned to the same frequency is not just poetic. It's rooted in the very essence of reality itself. What we focus on expands, and this isn't limited to material or superficial things. It's our emotional state, our deepest desires, and our subconscious intentions. They are reflected back at us. In today's world, where distractions are constant and the noise of life is ever present, these moments of synchronicity are often overlooked or dismissed as mere coincidence. But true masters of Stoicism, those who walk the paths of wisdom, understand that these moments are not random. They are signals from the universe, urging us to pay attention to the energy we are transmitting and receiving. By recognizing these patterns, you can harness the power of awareness, shaping your reality with intent and purpose. the ancient Stoics, like Epictetus, knew that our minds are powerful instruments, capable of creating the world we inhabit. What you think, what you feel, and what you believe are all contributing to the reality around you. So, when you experience these synchronicities, do not dismiss them. Do not ignore them. They are not accidents, they are messages. Recognize the signs, understand the language of the universe, and take action. The Stoic mindset, the very essence of Stoicism teaches us to control what we can, our thoughts, our actions, and our responses to the world. When you understand this, when you see the hidden signs, you take back control. You don't wait for life to happen to you, you make life happen. Your thoughts shape the reality you live in. So the next time you think of someone, and the world seems to send their name your way, take notice. It's not a random occurrence. It's a message, a reminder, and an opportunity to act. The universe is speaking to you, and you must listen. The paths of wisdom, like those carved by the Stoics, demand that you do. Don't wait for the next sign. Create your own. Recognize the power within you, and watch how the world begins to align with your intentions. Embrace the synchronicity. It's not a coincidence. It's your reality unfolding. Number 8. Your pets or kids react to invisible energy. In a world that's constantly moving, we often overlook the hidden forces that shape our lives. Stoic wisdom teaches us to remain grounded, to perceive what's truly important, and to understand the deeper currents beneath the surface. The idea that someone could be thinking about you is not just a fleeting notion. It's a powerful example of how invisible forces and emotional energy can manifest in ways that we may not fully understand. Think about this. You may find that your pets or even your children start reacting to invisible energy, something you cannot see, but they feel. Stoic rules remind us to pay attention to these subtle cues in our environment, because they are often more meaningful than we realize. Animals and children are far more emotionally intuitive than most adults. While we focus on logic and rational explanations, they sense things on a different level. You might notice your dog, who's normally calm and collected, suddenly becoming clingy, restless, or anxious for no apparent reason. Or your child might stare behind you, eyes wide, as if they're seeing something that isn't visible to you. Don't dismiss this as mere fantasy or coincidence. These reactions are powerful indicators that something, unseen yet felt, is shifting in your space. Your pets and children are tapping into the energy fields that surround you. These energy fields, when charged by someone thinking about you, can interact with your environment, subtly altering the atmosphere. This isn't just mysticism. Psychology supports this with research on sensory perception. Our ability to sense nonverbal emotional energy, even when it's beyond the logical realm, is part of the human experience. It's a practical stoicism lesson in understanding that there's more to reality than what we can immediately perceive. Modern life tends to ignore these deeper layers of interaction because we're taught to rely on what we can touch, see, and measure. But the Stoics would challenge you to see beyond the physical world. If your dog reacts to someone's energy from afar, or if your child senses someone's presence without reason, it's not a coincidence. It's the invisible energy field that has shifted, a quiet manifestation of emotional focus. Think of it as a moment when your energy and someone else's energy align, even without physical proximity. This is where practical stoicism becomes not just a philosophy, but a lens through which we can interpret the nuances of everyday life. The ability to be aware of this dynamic is essential. You must learn to trust the subtle signs around you. Don't ignore them. If your pet is acting differently, or your child is staring intently at something unseen, take a moment to pause and reflect. There is more happening than what meets the eye. In relationships and in life, the energy people direct toward us has a profound effect. Whether it's a person thinking about you or someone emotionally invested in you, their energy resonates with yours. Stoic rules would have us reflect on the importance of understanding these forces without allowing them to control us. Instead of feeling powerless, recognize that you can control your own energy, choosing whether to engage or protect yourself from unwanted influences. Modern life may dismiss these unseen forces, But the Stoics understood that true wisdom comes from recognizing the power of energy, emotion, and perception in ways that transcend the physical realm. So, pay attention to the energy around you, both seen and unseen, and let it guide you toward deeper understanding and greater emotional clarity. This is practical Stoicism at its finest, reminding us to remain grounded, yet open to the subtle signs that life often sends our way. If you feel the invisible energy shifting around you, don't ignore it, acknowledge it, and embrace its power. If you agree, drop a comment below right now. I trust the unseen forces shaping my life. Like this video, subscribe for more unshakable wisdom, and remind yourself daily, true strength lies in the ability to perceive beyond the surface. Number 9. You get the urge to reach out of nowhere. They've known that true wisdom doesn't simply lie in books or philosophies, but in understanding the subtle, unseen currents of the world around them. The Old Stoics, like Epictetus, taught that we must pay attention to the signs, the little things that often go unnoticed, for these are the moments that shape our destiny. One of the most powerful signs that someone is thinking about you is the sudden, inexplicable urge to reach out. One moment, you're simply going about your day, and then, out of nowhere, a wave of desire to call or text them hits you. It's not something you planned, yet there it is, a powerful pull urging you to connect. This is emotional reciprocity at its core. The Stoics would tell you that it's no coincidence. This is a direct result of the invisible bond you share with another. When someone is genuinely thinking of you, their energy and thoughts ripple outward, causing a mirrored response in you, one that might even manifest as a physical urge to communicate. The same principle can be found in the great teachings of ancient philosophers. What happens in one mind often triggers a resonance in another, uniting thoughts and emotions across time and space. It is, in essence, the deep connection that exists between two people, one that transcends the physical and enters the realm of the unseen. As Epictetus wisely said, wealth consists not in having great possessions, but in having few wants. In modern terms, this is a call to embrace the interconnectedness of the world, to understand that the desires and thoughts of others are not isolated. They are part of the grand tapestry of life. When that pull strikes you, it is not just random, it's the result of a deeper connection, one that exists in the realms of both mind and heart. So don't ignore that urge. Recognize it as a sign, a call to take action, to respond, to engage. It is a chance for you to seize the moment, to strengthen the bonds you share, and to navigate the paths of wisdom laid out before you. Don't dismiss it as coincidence. In the grand game of life, the Stoics knew the power of moments like these. When you feel that pull, follow it. You're not just connecting with another person, you're aligning yourself with the deeper rhythms of existence, the rhythms that lead to true understanding and growth. Remember, when you follow the paths of wisdom and heed these subtle signs, you are stepping closer to mastering your own destiny. Don't wait for life to pass you by. Take control, act decisively, and let the connection you feel become the guide that propels you forward. Like Epictetus said, "It is not what happens to you, but how you react to it that matters. Respond to the pull, trust the process, and watch your life transform." Number 10. You hear their voice in your head. In the labyrinth of the mind, where we often get lost in our thoughts, one of the most startling signs that someone is thinking about you occurs when you suddenly hear their voice in your head. It may happen when you're alone, immersed in the chaos of your day, or even in the midst of deep thought. It's not a hallucination, far from it. It's their voice, their tone, their words, their laugh, echoing inside your mind. You may wonder, what does this mean? In the language of psychology, this is referred to as auditory imagery, where memories, particularly emotionally charged ones, evoke vivid internal sounds. But when these sounds appear unprovoked, seemingly from nowhere, and strike a chord deep within you, it's not just a random occurrence. It's a powerful signal that their thoughts are perhaps reaching into your subconscious. You don't need to be a psychologist to understand that the mind, much like the principles of Old Stoic philosophy, is more than just a passive observer of thoughts and experiences. It's a battlefield for your emotions and intellect. As the Stoic wisdom goes, what we do is more important than what we think. Your mind is a place where thoughts don't just fade away, they have an impact. When you hear their voice, it might be an invitation to reflect on your relationship with them, or to ponder the deeper connection that binds you. Trust in your intuition, and do not ignore the power of these subtle signs. The Old Stoic philosophy teaches us to harness the power of the mind, to have an iron mind that does not succumb to the whims of emotion, yet recognizes the strength in acknowledging these moments. These moments where you hear someone's voice as if they are right there beside you may also indicate a connection that transcends the physical. The Stoic principle of recognizing the ebb and flow of emotions without being consumed by them offers a valuable perspective here. It's not about being overwhelmed or frightened by the experience. It's about maintaining your composure, understanding that your inner world is often influenced by external forces, and that the mind's quiet whispers can sometimes speak louder than actions. As the great Stoic philosopher Epictetus once said, "Wealth consists not in having great possessions, but in having few wants." By acknowledging these instances where their voice enters your mind, you are choosing to reduce distractions, listen carefully to your emotions, and sharpen your mental awareness. In this way, your iron mind is strengthened. In these moments, you might also recognize that hearing their voice inside your head isn't just a fleeting or random event. It's a sign that you are deeply connected to them, that their energy, thoughts, and emotions are crossing paths with yours, even from afar. The Old Stoics teach that the nature of our connections with others is intricate, sometimes even beyond our control. A man is not disturbed by things, but by the view he takes of them, as Epictetus reminds us. The voice you hear may not just be a casual mental echo, it's the mind's way of signaling that there is something more at play. Perhaps it's a deeper intuition, or maybe it's simply the universe reminding you that thoughts and connections extend beyond what you can see and hear in the material world. This is where Stoic principles come into play. You must balance the raw emotion with rationality, using your iron mind to discern the meaning, not allowing the experience to overwhelm you, but instead finding the wisdom that lies within. You might find yourself wondering, why now? Why their voice at this very moment? It's important to realize that such experiences are not coincidental. The Old Stoics would advise you to view this moment not as a mere oddity, but as an opportunity for growth and insight. When you hear their voice in your head, it's not just about them thinking about you, it's about what this moment reveals about your relationship, your emotions, and your mental state. The Stoic discipline of self-awareness teaches us to evaluate every encounter, even the smallest, most subtle ones, for what they can teach us about ourselves. This moment, this auditory imagery, is a reflection of the broader principle that every thought, every word, and every action is connected. You must be vigilant, using your iron mind to determine whether these thoughts are simply remnants of the past or signals that demand your attention. As Marcus Aurelius once said, "The soul becomes dyed with the colour of its thoughts." So, take this experience as an invitation to examine your thoughts and feelings. Don't be passive. Instead, be an active participant in your emotional and intellectual landscape. Recognize that the voice you hear may not be a call for action, but rather a reminder to stay connected to your inner self. Reflect on whether this moment signifies that someone else is thinking about you, or whether it's your own mind calling you to something deeper. These moments can serve as powerful reflections, bringing you closer to understanding not only the dynamics of your relationships, but also the strength of your own mind. In the world of Old Stoic wisdom, emotional intelligence, balanced with logic, is what leads to a flourishing life. As the Stoics say, man is affected not by events, but by the view he takes of them. Don't overlook the significance of such occurrences. They are the language of the mind, and they hold valuable insights about the world within and around you. If you found this insight valuable, comment below, and share it with someone who could benefit from it. Don't forget to subscribe for more timeless wisdom. Comment to remember. Our thoughts shape our reality, and the mind's whispers are often the loudest truths. Number 11. In life, there are subtle, often inexplicable signs that suggest someone is thinking about you, a connection that goes beyond the physical. One such sign is the occurrence of technology glitches around their presence. This may sound mystical, but the reality is that emotional energy can sometimes interfere with the technology we rely on every day. Have you ever tried calling them only to have your phone act strangely, or a message that won't send stuck in the draft folder? Psychological research on intention and attention suggests that emotional intensity can create enough neural and electromagnetic activity to cause noticeable effects, particularly when both people are emotionally activated. These glitches are not just random occurrences. They are signs that their energy, their focus, is attuned to you. It's as if their thoughts are sending out an invisible signal that your body and mind can pick up, but the technology around you can't process it properly. Instead of seeing these malfunctions as nuisances, consider them manifestations of a deeper, invisible connection. These moments are reminders that you are being felt, even if you are physically apart. Though it may sound strange, this is exactly the kind of thing the Stoic rules encourage us to notice, the unspoken exchange of energy that happens beyond our control. When you apply practical Stoicism to these experiences, you begin to accept things as they are and embrace the mysteries of life with calm rather than frustration. When technology fails during moments like these, don't let it disturb your peace. Remember, you're at the mercy of something bigger than yourself, the invisible currents of emotional energy that flow through the fabric of reality. Instead of allowing frustration to take over, focus on grounding yourself in the present moment, knowing that your emotional intelligence and stoic mindset can transform what seems like a disruption into an opportunity for deeper understanding. Your emotions are not random. They hold power. Stoic philosophy teaches us not to fight against the uncontrollable, but rather to harness it to strengthen our inner resolve. These glitches are not to be seen as disturbances, but as reminders that the universe, like our emotions, isn't always predictable. Rather than becoming frustrated, take them as an opportunity to reflect on the connections you have with others and allow your feelings to fuel your stoic growth. Understanding this concept lies in recognizing that these subtle signs are not just coincidences. They are reflections of the deeper emotional currents between you and the other person. By embracing the principles of practical Stoicism, you train yourself to interpret these signals without attachment or unnecessary excitement, allowing your mind to remain centered even when the world around you feels unpredictable. Remember, true strength comes from accepting the chaos of the world with serenity, not by trying to control or resist it. When technology glitches in these moments, let it be a signal to you. Stay calm, stay connected, and trust in the quiet wisdom of the universe. If you found this video valuable, make sure to hit that like button, subscribe, and turn on notifications so you never miss a new lesson. If you have any thoughts or want to dive deeper into today's topic, feel free to leave a comment below and share your feedback. I always enjoy hearing from you. Remember, the wisdom of the Stoics is timeless, and by applying it, we can navigate life with strength and clarity. Until next time, stay strong, stay focused, and remember, you are in control of your own peace.